Hi, I'm very excited today after hearing Prime Minister Modi's speech, where he talked about quantum changes and not incremental changes and announced a 20 lakh crore package. Now, in my previous videos, I've been talking a lot about this, and if you're interested, you can take a look at them. In this video, what I plan to talk about are some new platform opportunities for India. So India does have platforms in services and in telecom, which have been built over some time. But I'm going to be talking about the top 10 new platform opportunities for India, and I have ranked these. So let's get into this. So at number 10, I have municipal platform. So municipalities are there around the world. So this could be a global platform. Initially started off in India. And it would be free for the municipalities and all the people living in that particular municipality will need to be members. And there could be a nominal fee, which would help monetize this platform. This is not a very new idea. In financial services, most of the banks, they run on a few core banking platforms. So municipalities also should run on municipal platforms which can take advantages of all the latest technologies that are out there. So at number 9, I have agriculture. While the importance of agriculture may diminish over time as a percentage of GDP or a percentage of how many people are employed in agriculture, but there is no doubt that we need a great platform which sort of monitors the entire supply chain, maybe through blockchain, through artificial intelligence, and so on and so forth, so that all the food that we eat is really good and it's produced in a very productive and humane manner. So this agriculture covers all things like fish, dairy, and so on and so forth. So you need an agricultural kind of platform, and I've ranked it number 9 because it is going to be relatively less important than some of the other platforms. At number 8 is manufacturing, which will employ a lot of people, a lot of youth as apprentices if it's done right. And you could have plug and play internet-enabled factories. Some of my other videos talk about that. But manufacturing as a platform is very, very much required. Everyone is talking about how supply chains are going to change. So you need a manufacturing platform. So at number 7, I have logistics, because a manufacturing platform needs very good logistics, whether it be air, land, like trains and roads, or sea in terms of ports, and of course the last mile. So you need a really good logistics platform which can deliver anything you want anywhere at a very, very efficient price point and with great tracking. At number 6 is energy. Now this energy could be conventional or renewable. Hopefully a lot of it will be clean and green and renewable, but you need plenty of energy, and it should be there where it's needed. There should be no interruptions, and it should be of a very high quality. So again, you need a really, really well thought out and good energy platform. And at number 5 is healthcare. With the current COVID scare, we all realize the importance of a good healthcare platform which serves everyone at an affordable cost. And in countries like the US, in spite of their healthcare system supposed to be one of the best in the world, they have a lot of infections and a lot of deaths, which is kind of surprising. And also the cost of the US healthcare system has been talked about a lot. So clearly you need a newer, better healthcare platform. And if India develops that, then it could serve the globe, including countries like the US, which probably need it the most. At number 4, I have financial services, because financial services, a good platform which has cheap credit, can actually end poverty and create the resources which people need to buy a number of things. Financial services, I have ranked that as number 4. You also need an elections platform. Just now, it costs a lot to run elections. There are all kinds of fake news. And I'm not just talking about political elections, but this could be elections for your club. So any election anywhere around the world, why can't it be run on an election platform which has all kinds of digital stuff built in, so the cost of campaigning is very low. You can have runoff elections and many other innovations as far as elections go, and problems of having incorrect results because of spoofing or other things can be controlled. The number 2 platform that I have here is jobs. You will notice that it's not called an education platform, but it's called a jobs platform, because the end result of education should be employment in a large number of cases. And therefore, I've called it a jobs platform, and I have written extensively on this. You can see my other videos and some things that I've written if you're interested. Now, the number 1 platform, and this is probably going to surprise a lot of people, is local. I think Prime Minister Modi also mentioned this, but the last mile is like exceedingly important. So if you had a platform which could connect people, who are authorized kind of representatives in every single polling booth in India, which caters to about 1,000 voters, then these voters could get authentic information. They could be helped with transacting digitally. They could get customer service. They could have customer retention, customer advocacy, outreach, and so on and so forth. And if you kind of put all the budgets together for advocacy, outreach, advertising, so there is a lot of disruption possible, and this could be a very, very important platform. The other very important thing is that unless people understand that why the platforms are good for them, why is the world changing, how are issues like privacy being addressed, how are other issues like, I find it very difficult to use this platform, so I kind of get excluded, I don't have access. How are these being addressed? All these can be addressed through a local platform, which is why I have ranked this number 1. Now, a key question for any government, including the government of India, is how to attract platform builders, because there's a huge difference between world-class platform builders and run-of-the-mill platform builders. So if the government had a fairly high amount of equity capital that you had to bring in to get a license as a platform builder, and you had stiff rollout targets, which if you didn't meet, your license could be cancelled. And then the government enabled the platform builders, because a critical thing for platform builders is getting critical mass and credibility, which the government can provide through enabling. So if that is done, a lot of world-class platform builders will build their platforms in India, even if they have a minority interest in those platforms with Indian companies. So India can attract world-class platform builders and really should think on how it should do that. So who is this video for? So I made this video for media, for influencers on social media and people on WhatsApp like you and me, so that there could be a debate on how this 20 lakh crore stimulus is going to help, how is it going to make India more productive? Because the fact that India is running such a large deficit is not a problem as long as the economy rebounds and the deficit is repaid. So the question is, how is this money going to be made productive? And one of the best ways is to leverage all this money by attracting equity capital and getting platforms built. So again, associations, instead of just talking with a very narrow view, could also think big and using this video. Large companies, both foreign and domestic, and finally, the bureaucrats, regulators, judiciary, and politicians. Thank you very much for listening to this video.